In this exercise, we are going to start with this drawing, and in the end, we will end up with this result. File, place, exercise 18, click, check template, and place. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select the pen tool. I'm gonna draw a shape like this. Click, click, and close the path. I'm gonna change the color from white to this shade of blue, stroke none, and the opacity I'm gonna take it down from 100% to 50%. Now I'm gonna select the rectangle tool. I'm gonna keep the same color and I'm gonna draw a rectangle like this. Opacity, I'm gonna reduce it to 50% like this. I'm gonna right click, arrange, send to back, and now the rectangle is in the background. I'm gonna select selection tool. I select this part and I'm going to apply an effect to this part. So I'll make sure it's selected. I go to effect, distort and transform, and click on transform. I get this window. First thing, I'm gonna set the center of the transformation right here. Click on the top right corner, rotate angle. I'm gonna set this to 20 and place the cursor right here, and with the up arrow I increase the number of copies, and you see what's happening. If I set the center here, the center of the transformation, you see what type of result we get. That's not what we want. Make sure you click on the top right corner right here and continue increasing the number of copies, and I'm gonna stop at 17. Click OK. Now I'm gonna select everything like this, object, and hide selection. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select the ellipse tool, same color, and I'm gonna draw an ellipse like this. I open appearance, stroke, I'm gonna set this to black, and stroke weight 20 points. I'm gonna click on stroke panel, align stroke, and I'm gonna choose align stroke to outside. Add new stroke. I'm gonna add new stroke. This time I'm gonna choose the white for this stroke. Click on stroke panel, align stroke. This time I'm gonna choose align stroke to inside. Click on opacity. I'm gonna reduce the opacity from 100% to 50%. Press enter, and now we get this result. Now I'm gonna apply an effect to this shape. I make sure it's selected. I click on effect, or I can go here, click here, distort and transform, and I'm gonna click on roughen. Click the size, option size, I'm gonna choose 5. I'm gonna choose relative. I'm not gonna choose absolute. I choose relative, and detail, I'm gonna set this to 5. I think this looks good. And points, I'm gonna keep it corner. I'm not gonna choose smooth, and click on OK. I'm gonna do the same thing I did earlier. I'm gonna hide this object, hide selection. Now the last part, I select the type tool, I make one click. I'm gonna choose Arial for the font style black, and size I'm gonna choose 450. I click 3 times. I make sure I select all the text, and I'm gonna write boom. Selection tool, I put the word right here. I'm gonna change the fill to none. For now, I'm gonna open the appearance. I click here, add new fill. I click again and again, and now we have 3 fills. As you see, I'm gonna set this to red, the next one white, and the next one I'm gonna keep it black. I'll go to stroke. I'm gonna choose black for the stroke, and size I'm gonna choose 10 and get a result like this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply an effect to this fill, so I'll make sure it's selected, the fill in the bottom. Add new effect, distort and transform, and click on transform. I go to move horizontal. I'm gonna set this to 40, minus 40, and vertical I'm gonna set this to 40, and you see what's happening on the screen. Click OK. I'm gonna click this fill now, effects, distort and transform, this time horizontal minus 20, vertical I'm gonna choose 20, and click on OK. We get this result. I'm gonna bring back all the rest, object, and click on show all. Now we bring back all the other things we did. I'm gonna select the text and I'm going to apply an effect to this text. Click on effect, distort and transform, and click on roughen. This time I'm gonna choose absolute and not relative. Size I'm gonna set this to 20, and detail I'm just gonna set this to 1, and points corner, and click on OK. Now we can hide the template, I no longer need it. And now the exercise is finished. You go do the same and don't forget to save.